Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about having dogs. Yeah, one dog versus two dogs. Alright, so I wrote down everything so that I was organized and also I could give you better information. So I'm going to move this little baby. Alright, so the first thing that you need to know before getting a dog or two, I'm assuming if you already have a dog, you know this, but if you are interested in getting a first time dog or you haven't had a dog in a really long time, these are basically my tips slash like telling you like what the work is going to be like, because Bear is my first dog ever, so I know how much work he is. So yeah. Maintenance. That is the biggest thing that you need to understand before getting a dog, is that they're hard. Anyways, so maintenance. If you're getting a puppy or looking to get a puppy, you need to be aware that you are going to be getting shots about every 2 weeks until they're 4 months old. And depending on where you go, that can range from $10 to $30. So keep that in mind before getting a puppy, that they are going to need these shots, and you don't want to just get the basic ones. There's some for like drinking out of like ponds and stuff like that, and you're going to want to get those shots because one, like, you can't control what your dog does every single second of the day, and two, if you're not getting these shots, they can get sick or hurt or anything like that, and you're going to be paying way more. So just make sure you know that you need to be getting those shots every 2 weeks, and they are going to cost a decent amount of money when you first get the puppy, on top of what you are paying for the puppy, adoption, shelter, breeder, anything like that. So just keep that in mind, shots, and also vet bills, like if they need anything, if you can't cut their own nails, you need to get their nails cut, like the very basic things that you need to do, like just realize how much they cost before you get an animal. And then my second thing would be finding food that works for them, because I know a lot of people, they'll just go for like the cheap pedigree, or they'll just get whatever food they think will work for them. But I'm lucky because both of my puppies, they like the same food. But say Sunny did not like the food that I actually got a different food for Bear and then changed it because he didn't like it. But if Sunny did not like that food, I would need to change it and find something that worked for him. So keep that in mind. The food can be $20 to $50 to $80. So you need to get the food that works best for your pup, and if you can't afford to do that, I don't recommend getting a dog. And now we're going to talk about work for the owner. So when you're getting a puppy, so basically this maintenance, all this stuff is for a puppy. So if you are not getting a puppy or you already know all of this, I will insert a time right here so that you can go and watch my pros and cons. So, work. Firstly, if you're getting a puppy, you should know this, but if you don't, you are taking them out every 30 to 45 minutes to go potty. And yes, they are still going to potty in the house, but the reason you are taking them out, even if you don't mind that they're pottying in the house, because you're training them. You give them treats every single time they go outside and they go potty, and when they go to the door when they need to go potty, you give them treats. So you're going to need lots of treats when you have a puppy, and you're going to need to watch them like a hawk, basically, because they're not going to learn unless you teach them. So that is the main thing of being a dog owner, is that you need to be observant and you need to watch your dog's movements and understand. Like Bear, when he needs to go potty, he knocks on the door, but Sunny just sits next to the door. So I need to watch, when is Sunny moving to the door, like when do I think he needs to go to the bathroom, things like that. So keep that in mind, that you are going to need to be watching your dog a lot of the time when you first get them. And then training throughout the day. I train both of my dogs since they're 8 weeks old. Sunny already knows sit, paw, and lay down. So I think that it's very important that you are training your dogs from the moment that you are getting them, because a lot of people will get rid of their dogs once they're not puppies because they're not as cute anymore or they don't listen as well, but that is up to you 100% of the time to train your dogs the correct way. So just realize that you need to set time out of your day, 10 to 30 minutes of training a new puppy, so that they are the dog that you want them to be, because they want to please you and they want to learn. So that is a main thing that you're going to need to keep in mind when getting a puppy. You are going to need to train them, and you are going to need to look up videos and like what treats or toys work for your animal. So keep that in mind as well. So for my third thing is getting them exercise, socialize with other dogs and people. So I think that this is probably one of the deal breakers when getting an animal. A lot of animals are very mean when you come to their house or things like that, but that's because they weren't socialized as a puppy most of the time. So when getting a puppy, you're going to need to make sure you can have your friends come over and meet the puppy, and then you can have dogs that you know for a fact have their shots and that are good to go can meet your dogs, because they're going to need that exposure before all of their shots are done, because once all of the shots are done, they're about 4 or 5 months old. So at that age, yes, they'll still most likely be good with dogs and people, but if they're exposed to it early on, they're going to have no issue with it. They're not going to be scared, they're going to be excited, and that's what you want out of a dog. Personally, that's what I want out of a dog. If you want a watchdog or something like that, then this is probably not the video for you, because I am a family dog person. So, but yeah, you're going to need to socialize your animal from the moment that you get them, and you need to make sure you have friends that have dogs that are 100% good, friends that are willing to come over and meet your dog, things like that. For my fourth tip, you're going to need time to create a bond. So, quiet. So creating a bond is basically just, you're going to need to have time to play with them and to pet them and give them love, and you're going to want to create the bond as soon as you can. And I feel like this is a pretty self-explanatory one, but I wanted to put it in there. You're going to need to spend time with your animal, and if you are working 40, 50, 60, 70, probably not 40, but upwards of that, I would really evaluate if you have enough time for a dog, personally. So my last tip is, if you are getting a dog, 100% kennel train it. I did not kennel train Bear. He is very afraid of getting in kennels or anything like that, but from the moment that Sunny came home, he was in a kennel and he loves it. That is his safe spot. That is where he likes to nap. That is his space, and I'm so happy that we decided to kennel train him, because obviously you're going to research your breed when you get an animal, and Sunny is a lab, and labs chew a lot. So he needs to be kenneled when we leave the house, because if he ruins something, that is my fault, not his, because I am the owner and I'm responsible for what he does. So he's kennel trained, he loves it, and I think it's because we did it when he first came home, so it's nothing it's not a punishment. If he's in trouble, he does not go in the kennel. So that is just my advice. Look up how to kennel train. I 100% recommend it. And I think that if you are planning on getting a puppy or a dog, kennel train them, because it will work in your favor. So now I'm going to my pros list. I have a few pros. So, pros of one dog. Once trained, you have a lot of free time. So Bear is 8 months old now, and he understands my routine and what I want him to do, and he's very smart because I trained him and he's 8 months old. So during the day I could do my laundry, do the dishes, clean the house, and he's fine, just chilling, playing with his toys. So that is 100% a pro of having one dog that is already trained. Yes. And then my second one is, you don't have to worry about making sure love is equal. So in my household, Bear and Sunny are both very jealous. So if I'm petting one, the other one wants to come. And it's just kind of hard to work that out, especially with a new puppy. Like, I need to spend a lot of time with him, but I also don't want my Bayer to be upset. So that's kind of difficult with having a second dog, in my opinion. It could be different in yours, but that would be a pro of just having one dog. You give all of your attention and love to them. But I don't mind giving all of my attention and love to both of them. Now, my pros of having two dogs. I have more pros of having two dogs, so that could tell you something. You're more active for sure. You are taking them out. You're making sure that they're doing okay. As they get older, you're going on more walks. You're doing more things with them. So I would say that you, as your owner, you're a lot more active. So that is a plus. My second pro for having two dogs is, from personal experience, Bear has separation anxiety, so it would make me not want to leave the house because I didn't want him to be sad. So now he does not mind when I leave the house because he loves his buddy. So that is a huge pro for me, and that is what I wanted in a second dog. So I love that. My third one is they entertain each other, like you are seeing. They play all day long. I have to make sure I give Sunny naps, so I put him in his kennel and he naps. But they pretty much entertain each other. I obviously do have to watch, but they're very good together. My third tip, third or fourth, he's easier to train. He's learning commands a lot easier than Bear, and that could be due to his breed or due to he's seeing how Bear reacts to my commands and he is following them. So I think that that is a pro for sure. And then also, my last one is you have a cute puppy walking around, huh? You have a cute little baby walking around. Okay. And then my cons, I only have two cons for both. So my cons for having one dog are, you feel like you can't leave the house without them. That is my personal experience. I felt like I literally could not leave the house without him being upset, and I didn't want him upset because he is my family. So that is a major con for me for having one dog. If you don't experience that, then that's awesome. And then they want your attention 24/7 because they're bored and they want to do something and they want to play, even if you just went on a walk with them. So that is a con or a pro to someone. It's a con for me because sometimes I want to go do something really quickly and he's like not getting, like I'm going to trip on him because he won't leave me alone. So that is a con for me. And then cons of having two. There's a lot of commotion in the house. Like, there's always barking or falling or, I don't know. They're always doing something that I'm like, okay, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? So, yeah. And then, my other con of having two dogs, if you are getting a puppy, is that he's not trained. So, like, I'm used to Bear being trained, so it is a little bit different when you have a puppy who is not trained. So, you're doing all of that over again, and it is a lot of work. And I was prepared for it, so it's not a huge con, but it might be to you. So, keep that in mind that if you're used to this lifestyle with your dog who is trained, you might have a hard time with a dog who is not. So, that is my personal opinion, and we are done with this video. So thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe if you would like more videos like this, and comment down below what else you would like to see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!